right, welcome race fans. We are back tonight with the SRA gang here at Kentucky with the Gen 6 series, the TrophyDash.com Gen 6 series. You can check them out, folks, TrophyDash.com. They do a lot of broadcasting of real racing, so it's pretty cool. But welcome everybody, and Chemo, hopefully everybody at the Somewhere Saloon's tuning in tonight. We appreciate that very much. A shout out to them in Kansas City, Colorado. I always like to give my friends a little shout out there. We've got a couple of one new guy in here that I haven't seen in here is Justin Lisenby. Now Justin is a pretty good racer, so I think we're going to see a good show here tonight. Benjamin Nelson, Justin Lisenby, Femi Olat, Jake Nichols, and David Shutt is your top 5 right now on the practice board, so that's going to be pretty amazing. All right, well, let's get through the points real quick. First, let's check out the race analytics here coming into tonight. A little cooler temperatures. Air temperature 83 degrees. Track temperature right now is 93 degrees. They're doing 130 laps here, which is 195 miles. Pit road speed, 50 mile an hour. And watch out for that tire window and the fuel window. Those are approximate laps. Last night we seen some guys go a little over 50 laps on fuel for the Xfinity series, but these are the Gen 6, so they don't get quite as good a gas mileage, so we'll be keeping an eye on that. All right, going through the points here real quick. Coming into tonight, Jake Nichols does have a huge lead over Ben Nelson, 54 points over him. Right there close by, Femi Olat in third, 55 points back. Graham Boland, which I have not seen Graham in here yet tonight, but that doesn't mean he won't be here. Sometimes he gets in here a little bit late. But he's dropped from second all the way to fourth now, 84 points behind the leader. Kyle Trudell has been running excellent so far this season. He's right there, top 5, 95 points back. And folks, this being race number 9, there's only a couple of races left before they start their seasons. So the top 12 is very critical here. Ballard in 6th place, 97 points back. Tyler Sifford hanging on in 7th, 104 points behind the leader. Lachlan McMillan in 8th, 114 points back. Tied with Bobby Chaney, 8th and 9th right there. Ariotti, 10th place, 120 points back. Sean Williams picking up 1 spot, goes into 11th in the points, 136 points back. Zoltan picked up about 4 positions tonight, and he goes into 12th. Trying to make that cutoff. He is 140 points back. Garrison Hogan 13th, Eric Sable 14th, James Coulibaly 15th, Jonathan Shipman, now he dropped a little bit. I see I spelt Jonathan wrong. Can't believe I did that. Boy, did I ever. I butchered that, Jonathan. Sorry about that, Jonathan. Brandon Jackson in 17th, Nicholas Carresso 18th, Marcus Richardson, which Marcus is, I don't believe, is racing in here. I think he's got some other commitments, but he's dropped clear to 19th in points. And Kyle Putz rounding out the top 20 coming into tonight. So, going to be an interesting race here for sure. And I think we're in for a barn burner here. This is going to be very interesting. So, but anyhow, thank y'all for joining. Appreciate that very, very much. And it's going to be a great race here. Glad you could all show up here tonight and keep me company. Jeff is not here tonight. He had something come up and can't not make it. So I'm in the booth alone. Folks, coming up later tonight is the OP Racing Xfinity Series. You can tune into that tonight. And also coming up tomorrow night, we have the Nork iRacing Series and the RFC Xfinity Series. That'll be on MaxSpeedTV here tomorrow night. So make sure you tune in tomorrow night for that. Well, Chemo, let's go down here and see if we can see what paint. Well, Tyler is on pit road. Let's see what he's got here. If I can get a close-up shot here and see what kind of a paint job he is running right there. There you go, King Crayon Eater on the hood, folks. That is Chemo. Everybody was kind of wondering who's on the hood. There's Chemo on the hood, the king of the Crayon Eaters. Yeah. Lucid Dreaming Entertainment, Somewhere Saloon. So very cool, very cool. Well, we're waiting to see what Tyler's going to do here tonight. He comes into tonight 7th in the points, so he's hanging in there to make it to the Trophy Dash. That's pretty cool. Santiago, yeah. There's another hard runner right there, Santiago Tyrese. We got one fan there, Brad Bothwell. You're rooting for Santiago. That's pretty cool. Well, good luck to you tonight. Aren't you running tonight, Brad? Or did you get enough last night? That was pretty rough last night, man. I felt bad for you. I really did. It just seemed like you were a punching bag out there last night. But you know, you have them nights like that, and you know, it was your turn in the barrel last night, as they say. All right, coming down to 1 minute left in practice here, folks, and we'll be off to qualifying. But first, we'll step away and play the national anthem before we do that, and we got to pay salute to America here, definitely. Now, there is a couple of penalties handed down for tonight's race, so you'll probably see a couple of guys have to do a pass-through or have to start a lap down. I think Freddie D's got a penalty. Jake Nichols has got a penalty. A couple of drivers, and I believe Tyler Ducharme, but I don't see Tyler in there. Yeah, he did not make it, so, but he has a penalty also. But right now, it looks like we got about 25 eager drivers here to get this thing going. So we're going to step away and play the national anthem, folks. We'll be right back.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
All right, we're back at the Kentucky Ice Skating Rink, as I like to call it, and looking for some good racing here tonight, boys. I'm telling you, it's going to be a lot of fun. I think I'm not a big fan of this track, but I'll tell you what, these guys put on one whale of a show. You're going to see a lot of you faithful viewers here at MaxSpeedTV know what kind of racing these guys can do, and they're in for a good one here tonight. Right now, David Schutz on the top of the leaderboard with a 30.960. Ben Nelson just 9/1000ths of a second slower. I mean, that's almost unmeasurable. Justin Lisenby in third. Now, I have not seen Jake Nichols out there on the track yet. No, he is not. He is not. Oh, Graham Boland did show up. Yeah, good deal. He did show up last minute arrival there. That's awesome. And again tonight, folks, be patient with me. We're going to have to talk to the drivers on the track. Because they use Discord. And I have sound issues with Discord. We're still working on it. We're trying to figure it. Thought I had something figured out on it today, but obviously that's not working. So, time to go to Plan B. We'll figure it out eventually. It seemed like when I went over there, it was fine, and then when I started iRacing, I lost all sound in Discord. So I don't know what's going on there. There's some conflict of drivers or something. You know, there's a driver that needs to be updated, or I don't know what it is. I'm thinking it's something with their sound driver that they use for Discord, or it could be a conflict with some software that I have on my computer or something, but we will get it figured out. Yeah, Bobby Cheney's in there, right there. 24. That's Bobby Cheney. Right now we got 26 drivers. 26. That's a nice sized field. That's going to be a lot for me to take care of and handle here, so bear with me. Please be patient with me. We'll do the best that we can here. You're probably going to see the little space bar pop up at the bottom here like that. But sometimes I have to do that because I have to talk to the drivers on the track, and I got to make sure that I do have them muted. They have a tendency to throw out some cuss words there, and I don't like that on my stream. You guys know that. So, but we'll talk to the drivers on the track. We'll interview the drivers at the end and everything. So, but thanks for joining us for the SRA Trophy-Dash.com race number 9. And like I said, only a couple of races left here before they start their in their chase. Only 12 drivers will be in the chase, so top 12 drivers make it there. So these guys are trying to get to the top 12 in points, so they will be eligible for that. And once they start, those drivers will be locked into the chase, and then a couple of races in, they will drop down to 6 drivers. 6 drivers will be eligible for the end, and the last race of the season, Talladega. Oh, I can't wait. That's going to be the most amazing Talladega race I think I've ever seen. That's good, Matt. Yeah, that, you know, I cuss a little bit, but I surely don't use a lot of the cuss words, because a lot of them I don't really care for. F-bomb, definitely not. Don't like that word. But, all right, we're looking for lap 50 here tonight for the first stage, folks. If you guys tuned in last night to the Xfinity Series, they went all the way to the first stage without a caution. So I'm kind of looking for about the same type of racing here tonight. Well, Matt, I am very glad to have you here watching with us, and that is really amazing. I appreciate you. This is your third race in. I'm telling you what, these guys are some of the top drivers right here in iRacing. This is probably one of the top leagues that you'll get to see right here. They're very, very hard to beat for competition and good, clean racing, and a lot of respect out there on the track. They give a lot of room to each other. And Brad Bothwell there was in chat. Now he's one that. Well, thanks there, Waffle. Yeah, well, that game right there, they need to. It started out as a great game, but they need to blow it up now. That game is like ruined. Hey, Team Hunting, how you doing? WWE. Oh yeah, it's going to be a good race. You got that right. All right, we got a couple minutes left in qualifying here. They do run open qualifying in all their races except for super speedways. That's where they do single car qualifying. So that does kind of make it a bit different, you know, for the league. So a lot of good drivers in here. 26 of them, and right now we got 6 drivers that have not taken a qualifying time yet. Jake Nichols being one of them. He probably figured he's got a penalty, he's going to have to start in the back anyhow, so he probably says, well, there ain't no sense in qualifying. Femi Olat did not take a time. Santiago, Zach Hilleman, Michael D'Amico, Sean Williams, and Jake Nichols. None of those guys have taken a qualifying time. Graham Boland took a very slow time, so he'll be starting 20th. He likes to come up through the field, and I'll tell you what, I don't think there's a driver out there on the track right now that can do it as good as Graham Boland. That guy can come up through the field. You wait till we get close to that lap 50, he'll be right up there in contention. I seen him do it in like 6 or 7 laps. He was already inside the top 10. All right, about 30 seconds left of qualifying. Hey, Jake. David Shutt running an all-purple car. What? That'll be interesting. That's David Shutt's car. I better restart Trading Paints just to make sure that is the paint job that he is running tonight. Sometimes you never know about these guys. My Trading Paints might not have picked up his new paint or something. You never know. Yeah, Nicholas Kressel, also a Somewhere Saloon car, painted himself. Did the paint job on there himself. So, all right, that's going to wrap up qualifying. All right, we'll get him on the Wald Beard Co. starting grid. Benjamin Nelson taking the pole with a 30.932. Eventually getting by a few other drivers out there. David Shutt will start second on the outside of the front row. In row 2, Justin Lisenby. I think this is his first race with these guys. I think. And he will start third. Connor Anton fourth. Freddie De La Rosa fifth. Delonte Ballard sixth. Jonathan Shipman will start 7th. Kyle Putz 8th. Brett Pancari 9th. And Nick Northrup 10th. Caden Henry Oaks will start 11th. Tyler Sifford back in 12th. Not having a good qualifying time there. Bobby Chaney 13th. Lachlan McMillan 14th. Brandon Jackson 15th. Ethan Kurtz 16th. Josh Downing, 17th. Nicholas Caressel, 18th. James Coulibaly, 19th. Graham Bolin will start 20th. First one to not take a qualifying time, Jake Nichols will start 21st. Santiago Tyrese, 22nd. Femi Olat, 23rd. Sean Williams, 24th. Michael D'Amico, 25th. Zach Hilleman, 26th. All right, we are ready to roll here, ready to rumble. Jake, I hope you don't mind, but I made you a moderator in there. Please do not ban anybody in chat. Please do not. Okay? That's all I ask. We like to have our viewers, and we don't want them banned. Unless they're just being total jackasses. Nah, I just don't like to have them banned, you know? You notice you got the little tool, the little wrench there beside your name. Well, here we go. We're going to wind them up here. We're looking for lap 50. Who's going to be our first stage winner here tonight? 10 bonus points for the stage winner, and they go back to 10th. It goes 10, 9, 8, 7. We're back to 1 for 10th place. So a lot of stage points on the line here. Everybody wants to try to get inside that top 10 to get the maximum amount of stage points that they can. Those are bonus points that add up. All right, here we go, folks. Who's gonna be leading the first lap? This is gonna be interesting here. Pace car's in. Ben Nelson in command of this start.
Green, green, green.
And there's the green. Getting a little push there from Justin Lisenby. Shot on the outside. Lisenby right up close to him. Close right there. Way too close. And here comes Shipman. Going to make it 3 wide. Not what you want to do on lap 1 there, buddy. Ben Nelson's going to lead the first. Oh, we got a caution. Femi Olat, I see, and Ethan Kurtz, Freddie Del Rosa coming off pit road there. Okay. We had a few drivers that may have gotten caught up in something here. Let's go back and take a look at this. Don't know exactly what happened back here, but Femi Olat, I'm not sure if he, I guess, dodged the bullet or something here. Okay, they're coming. Oh, right there. I see it up there. The 05 of Ethan Kurtz. Okay, let me go back just a hair here to find out what happened to Ethan. I'm not sure. It looks like, oh, he got a bump there. Looks like he got a bump from Lachlan McMillan going into the corner. Yes, he did. Wow. Totally different braking zone. But Ethan was kind of checking up right there. It looks like he had somebody just ahead of him there that was kind of boxing him in. That was the 98, Tyler Sifford. So Tyler was not involved in it, but poor Ethan Kurtz, he's going to get heavy damage. And so is Lachlan McMillan. Yep. Oh, man. Well, tough break for them guys, and that's not a good way to start out, I can tell you that. All right, we're back going, and it looks like he is on pit road. Ben Nelson and these guys not coming to pit road. Don't blame them. Looks like the top 13 stayed out. Everybody else come to pit road. I think Femi did. I think Femi missed all that. I don't see any damage on his car, so he missed all that. Basically the ones that got caught up in it was Lachlan McMillan and Ethan Kurtz were the two main ones, and but they kept it off of everybody else, so that's good news. Santiago coming off of pit road, he missed it. He slew down, huh? Well, you're very welcome, Jake, because you know, you're here a lot, almost every night when we're broadcasting. So, you know, I kind of wanted to make you part of the team there, and we got a lot of moderators, but you know, some guys are here, some guys aren't. You know, you can't be here every night. I understand that, but you know, it's just kind of because I can't pay attention to chat every minute. Chemo, he's there faithfully almost every Sunday and Monday night, so I appreciate that, Chemo, so much, and a few other folks that are always in there, so appreciate that. RSD Hoodcat, hey, welcome there, brother. All right, lights are out. Here we go again. Let's see if we can get a couple laps in here tonight. TrophyDash.com Gen 6 Series here at SRA, folks, at the Kentucky Ice Skating Rink, as I like to call it. Ben Nelson, the only one that's led any laps so far. Justin Lisenby going to be starting on the outside of the front row. In second, that put David Shutt back to third now. Jonathan Shipman fourth. Pace car heads in, and boy, I'll tell you, Ben Nelson, he ain't waiting around on that loud pedal. Green is out, Lisenby second. David Shutt coming up on the inside of him now. Trying to get that second back from Justin Lisenby. Oh, contact! Oh my. Oh, that's going to put him into the wall. Oh, big time right there for Justin Lisenby. Probably going to do his day in right there, I'm sure. This was right after the restart. David Shutt on the inside of Lisenby here. I'm not sure if he just drove it in there a little too hard or what happened. Lisenby actually holding his line, and low, wow, big time, yeah, big time right there. A lot of net coating involved in that, but yeah, that sends Lisenby around. A lot of guys trying to dodge a bullet there. Ballard barely missing them. Uh-oh. Oh, Brett Pancari, I think that was. Yes. Brett Pancari got into him big time. Couple other drivers too. Oh my. 91 involved in that. That is Caden Henry. So we got a couple of guys that did get involved in that. But it's going to be a bad day for Justin Lisenby. And the leader is not coming to pit road yet. The next race, hold on a minute, I can tell you. Oh, you're going to love. I can't wait for that. That's one of my favorite road courses. I don't know. A lot of people like that course, and I'm one of them. Really like that road course. It's a lot of fun to drive. Challenging and fun. But in the Gen 6, I don't know. I can't say as I remember ever running the Gen 6 at Watkins Glen. I may have in my earlier days of racing, but I really couldn't tell you that 100% sure. But it'll be fun. All right, they should be getting the one to go right here. David Shutt back up there to second now. Justin Lisenby done for the day. We got 3 drivers out of the race already. Michael D'Amico, Brett Pancari, and Justin Lisenby. And they do get the one to go. Connor Anton, Jonathan Shipman, Kyle Putz, Delonte Ballard, row 3, Nick Northrup, Bobby Chaney, row 4, Tyler Sifford, and Santiago Tyrese in the 5th row. And they are ready to go. Next race this season, Watkins Glen next week. Said they only got, let's see, they go to Watkins Glen, then Atlanta, okay, and then the chase starts. So they've only got 2 more races after tonight. Before they start their chase. All right, here we go. Here we go, folks. Here we go. Let's see if they can get a couple laps in this time. Pace car's in. Benjamin Nelson holds him back this time, and there he goes. Green flag.
Green flag, green flag.
Shipman side by side with David Shutt, clears him. Wow, what a start. Wow, Putz comes up on him. Here comes Ballard. Connor Anton going backward. Nick Northrup now in 7th. Tyler Sifford 8th. Bobby Chaney 9th. And that put Santiago back here to 10th. He's got some competition here. Koulibaly and Nichols. Jake Nichols had to serve a penalty. Started 21st today. Did not take a qualifying time. And just went into 11th place. Oh, Koulibaly and Brandon Jackson got the excuse me, got together there. Good save. Freddie D also had to serve a penalty, and he's back here in 14th. Just goes into 13th there, getting by Brandon Jackson. Meanwhile, up front, Ben Nelson with about a 0.3 of a second lead over Jonathan Shipman, and Shutt still right there. He looks to the inside. He's already caused one there. Oh, Caden Henry takes his car behind the wall. So we're down to 22 drivers left on the track, and they're all still on the lead lap. All right, Shipman will hold off David Shutt. Now Kyle Putz comes up on David Shutt. You can see just how slick these guys are racing out here. The cars feel really slick coming out of the corners. Watch Shutt's car here, see if it wiggles. Nope, no wiggle that time. Good. Running in the purple Merple. Likes that purple Merple. There was a guy who used to race with these guys, Brian Wertman. They always ran a purple car. We always called it the purple Merple. Connor Anton running an old SRA paint scheme there. Sim Racing Authority. That's I still like that. That's kind of, it may be old school SRA, but I'll tell you what, it still looks great. Still looks great. Love it. Jake Nichols rolls into 9th, working his way closer to the front. Ballard leading this parade here, just ahead of Connor Anton. And meanwhile here, David Shutt does pull away a little bit from Kyle Putz. Puts about 0.6 of a second on him. Or a couple tenths of a second. He's about 0.6 behind Jonathan Shipman now. Let's close the gap a little, but boy, I'll tell you what, Ben Nelson's got company. Shipman on the outside. He took a look. Jonathan Shipman's in a fast car tonight, boys. I do not have a crank it up cam here. Sorry, don't have one for Kentucky.
The yellow flag is out.
Oh, we have a yellow. See if we can figure out who this was. Ethan Kurtz going around again. Let's go see what happened to Ethan. I think his car was a little loose here or something. Lachlan McMillan comes up on him. Looks like he takes it to the bottom. Ethan comes down the hill. Not sure if he's seen Lachlan there. And he may not have, because he come right down almost into Lachlan. Wow, they almost made contact right there. But he goes up into the wall. That's what did it right there. Ethan Kurtz up into the wall in the turn and spins it around in front of traffic. That will bring out another caution. Well, I'm sure Ben's going to bring him to pit road this time. Yeah, because we still got a lot of drivers up here in the front that have not been to pit road. So you got 19 laps on them. Time to bring them in. Looks like everybody's coming in. Everybody wants them fresh tires. Yeah. Yeah, purple people eater. There you go. Yep, that's an old one. All right, James Coulibaly does his usual drive-through. He'll get out there and lead a lap, collect a bonus point. All right, and right there we got Ben Nelson barely getting out ahead of Jonathan Shipman. So they pretty much come out the way they went in, folks. Koulibaly will be scored as the leader. If he stays out this time here, he'll collect a bonus point for leading the lap. All right, well, we'll try to get down here. Let's see if we can find somebody to talk to here. How about we talk to... Talk to Brandon Jackson. How about that? We haven't talked to him in forever. Let me see if I can get him on the horn here.
Oh.
Brandon Jackson, you got a copy?
Yes, sir, I got you.
Well, Brandon, you got a little damage on your car, but how bad is it? Is it affecting the steering in any way or slowing it up?
That little run right there felt pretty decent. I haven't really noticed any speed difference. Car turns pretty well. So I believe the damage got fixed pretty well, so I just believe I still got a car out here to get a good finish.
Well, what's the track conditions out there? Is it kind of slick on the track? Because I always call this the Kentucky ice skating rink.
Conditions are pretty good. A little bit on the tight side, but other than that, it's pretty doable. If you get back in the throttle pretty early, you can get a little tail happy off the exit. But other than that, the track feels really nice.
Well, very good, very good. Well, you're running pretty well. You picked up a couple spots since the start of the race, and the car's, you know, if it's fast enough, do you think you can get up there in the top 5?
Car still got it in her. I believe I can do something here around mid to end of the race. See if I can push a little harder. I just hope the car has the speed left in it.
All right, very good, Brandon. All right, well, good luck out there, brother, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thank you. Have a good one.
I hope that muted. I never know anymore if it's muted or not. I guess if we start hearing voices, we'll know. All right, they should get the one to go. Koulibaly stayed out long enough to lead a lap. Ben Nelson retakes the lead, and we are ready to go back green. Well, Bobby, you want to meet me in my TeamSpeak? Because I can't use Discord. You want to come to my TeamSpeak? I can go in there. If you can come to my TeamSpeak, sure. Pace car's in, and here we go.
Green flag, green flag.
Good start there. Jonathan Shipman second. David Shutt in third. Close. Well, hold on. Let me get my phone, and I'll send you the IP. Hold on. I had it shut off, so you'll have to give me a minute and let me start it. I'll send you the IP on Facebook Messenger. I'll send it to you on there. So just give me a couple minutes here while my phone's starting up. Hunter Anton, 5th place. Santiago Tyrese, all the way from 22nd to 6th place, folks. Jake Nichols battling side by side here with Bobby Cheney and Tyler Sifford. These guys are all in a pack right here, and they're running really well. There you go, Bobby. Now, when you come in, it'll look like nobody's in here, but just give me a minute to drag you down here with me, okay? Because you don't have any permissions in here. It's the only thing I can use that doesn't affect my sound, so. Ben Nelson, Jonathan Shipman. There's no password on that, Bobby. I'm watching for you to come in. Santiago up to 5th. You keep picking off one and more position each time. There we go. All right, got you, Bobby. Hey, it's going good, brother, man. Long time no see. Yeah, Jeff couldn't make it tonight. He had something going on and kind of gave me a last-minute deal there, say he couldn't make it, so appreciate it. There you go. Yeah. That's been kind of well, they had a few cautions there at the beginning, but it's settling out a little bit now. Jonathan Shipman going backwards. He might have been pushing his car a little bit too hard there at the beginning.
Really show some speed. This might be one of those races, you saw him earlier, really contending up there, and he's still fourth, so.
Oh yeah, very good, very good. That's Santiago, man. I can't believe it. He's come from 22nd up to 5th. What a racer.
Man, he is one good racer. I'm teammates over with him at Slip Angle, and he's trying to get his way to pro, and I know what he's capable of. He's a super fast racer on his day.
Oh yeah. And Femi Olat, there's another one coming from 23rd up to 6th. The cautions have kind of played in their favor a little bit. Now, Jake Nichols, I know, had a penalty there. He didn't take a qualifying time, but he had a penalty at the start of the race. I think he had to do a drive-through or something. I don't remember right now. But he is up to 8th, so he's having a good run here.
Yeah, we all know how good Jake Nichols is. He's been kicking some butt this year, and he's just slowly kind of been creeping up to the front. For sure, we're going to see a battle with him and Benjamin, inevitably.
He's not a pro yet, is he? Or he's running for pro? Yeah.
He was actually in the Peak Series last year, but he fell out of the points, and yeah, he's going for it again this year. Looks like he's going to be able to make it back into the Pro Series, and then hopefully from then he can make it into the Peak Series. Awesome.
Yeah, he's a heck of a driver, man, I'll tell you. Him and Ben Nelson. I don't know, is Ben trying to run for pro too?
Yeah, he's in the fight too. I mean, SRA, we all know how good the drivers are here. Yep. There's so many guys that are just pro level.
Yep, that is a fact. I know they give you a tough time out there on the track from time to time, don't they?
That's why I like racing here, and I've liked racing here for almost 4 years. I mean, it's such a good place to kind of learn and get better and just have fun. I mean, we got Femi up here. He's always in the fight. I mean, he's going to make pro as well. I mean, there's a lot of them.
Man. Well, I hope, like you don't forget your roots, where you came from, where you started. And you're back here and you're racing with your friends, from time to time. It's good to see the competition, is still staying alive, even though you become a pro, And this is where you came from. This is your roots. This is where you started.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's a lot of fun at the end of the day, and we got a little bit of a fight for ninth right now between Graham Bolin and Connor. Connor got really loose off 4. Graham's trying to go around the outside. Graham, I mean, that's another really fast guy.
Yeah.
So I mean, this field is full of them. But yeah, I mean, you never want to forget where you came from. But at the end of the day, it's just a really fun league to do, and you're always.
But Graham, man, he's another one. He's not pro, but he's pro material.
For sure. Yeah, I mean, let's go through the field here. We got Jake right in front of him. I mean, Shipman, he's someone. He's won some second split and third split kind of pro races this year, road to pro races. I mean, you got Nick Northup in front of him. He's kind of part-time in SRA. He'll be full-time in certain seasons, but just due to life, can't race all the time. For sure, Nick Northup is another guy. I mean, I keep talking about it, but yeah, I mean, this whole top 10. I mean, so many good guys. Look at Kyle Putz right now running in third, having a solid night. Another one of those guys, hasn't had the road to pro season he's wanted, really. Just kind of been involved in accidents, but I mean, I think pretty much David Shett's the only one up here that hasn't really kind of touched the road to pro scene. He likes to do his SRA and kicks butt here too.
Sure. Yep, he's a good driver. Santiago, man, I'm telling you. What about Femi Olat now? He's right in that pro material.
Oh, he's top 5 in the road pro standings right now. He is for sure going to make the pro series to get his chance to go to peak. But he's someone, man, I've always said he just has a great racecraft. He knows how to position himself as he coasts for 4th right now. He just knows how to point and get good points over a season. He's so consistent, and he knows how to finish a race. That's one of his greatest strengths. And he's going for 4th right now. He's getting a fight back from Santi, but we'll see how it goes into 1 here.
I'll tell you, last night in the Xfinity race, oh my gosh, that was so amazing. You cannot believe, I've seen tracks get dark, from the rubber being laid down. That track in the corners was just black. They had laid down so much rubber last night.
It's always awesome to see. And that's how you can kind of tell the track's going to start changing and they have to react.
Sure. David Shett running the purple Nurple, or the purple people leader, somebody in chat said. It's all purple, even his number's purple.
He's going pretty good right now. He was 600s faster than Benjamin right there, so chipping away at the lead. Another guy, well, there's a 3-wide battle actually right now for around 6th place. It's about to go to 2 wide. Jake Nichols trying to get through.
Graham Bolin going around Jake Nichols. Oh boy, trying to anyhow.
It's hard to hold that momentum on the bottom side, especially on the exit, so he's probably going to have to... Oh man, Jonathan got really loose there. Yeah,
good save.
That's going to give them 2 a position, and they're going to try to battle it up for themselves. But Graham's been going just as fast as Jake here, so I think this battle ain't over for sure.
Well, I'll tell you, Jake and Ben for the Xfinity Series on Sunday night and the Gen 6 on Monday night, those two in a battle constantly, and you see one or the other. I mean, it's like, I don't know, I didn't look at see who had the most wins or anything, but I'll tell you what, they've been sharing wins, they've been sharing the lead, they've been sharing points, and anyway, it's just amazing to see those two battling it out in both series.
It's always awesome to see kind of 2 similarly ranked drivers just, just battling it out and trying to get the better of each other. And oh gosh, Graham, these guys are so loose right now. There's so little grip on this track. I mean, it was just like this last season, I believe. This is never a place, especially in the daytime, you'll have a lot of grip. It's so loose off. The setups are always loose. It's and that's how SRA likes it.
Oh yeah, wrecking loose. Well, Now, you've got the experience on this track, and, I always call it the Kentucky ice skating rink, but this probably, to me, I think is one of the slickest tracks in all of the tracks in iRacing. Do you agree or disagree?
Yeah, especially on the exit. I mean, it always...
The yellow flag is
Oh,
out.
we have a caution.
We got a caution. Yep, that is Nicholas Caressel. Whoa, Nicholas Caressel going around. Let's go see what happened here to Nick. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you there, Bobby, but we got to cover this real quick here. And
No problem. I understand this.
he's got a little damage on that car. I think it looks like he may have been into the wall once or something. Goes into the corner. Looks like he got really tight in the corner. And tries to deal with it. When he come out of the corner, the car was out of shape and he just could not recover. Oh, man. Somewhere saloon car. But I don't think he hit anything. He kept it off the wall. Ooh.
He's good.
Yep, good deal. Let off the brake just in time to keep it from hitting the wall.
We were talking about how slick the track is.
Yep.
And right there, you see it.
Wow.
And yeah, it's a combination of the surface of the track itself, and it's also flat track.
Yep.
And, that puts a lot of stress on the chassis and the suspension. It's a tough track. It's bumpy too.
Well, they're all coming in here, which is kind of surprising because we're only 5 laps away from the first stage. So I wonder if anybody's going to try 2-tire change here. Brandon Jackson's going to stay out.
We'll see how it goes. I mean, the tires fall off a ton here, so
Yeah.
Let's see what happens here.
And let's see. Right side's going up. I don't know if anybody there. Looks like there's a few of them back there going to do 2-tire change. Femi Olat with a 2-tire change. Santiago Tyrese. Jonathan Shipman. Graham Bolin. Oh my.
Ben's stuck with 4. He's going to lose 4 positions on pit road, and then 1 to Brandon Jackson as well. So Ben's going with the safe strat. I guess it's going to be a 1 or 2 lap shootout here, and he's just going to stay out.
Sure.
And these guys are just trying to get these stage points, but yeah, I like Ben's kind of conservative strategy about it. Just take your tires and just worry about the race win rather than the stage. So
yeah, you got to kind of go with what you feel the best, what you're going to feel the most confident with out there on the tire situation, whether it's 2 tires or 4. We had some drivers that took 2, and I don't know if that he's going to probably get right around them easily. Bobby Chaney now starting back in 7th, he took 2.
I just saw Brandon Jackson do a fake restart, just trying to get on the throttle. He was dead sideways, just right there, under caution. So he's going to have a super tough problem. I mean, this build and this tire model, old tires are incredibly hard to get on the throttle on a restart. Brandon Jackson's going to have a lot of big problem here, and as well as the 2-tire takers, they're going to have a problem here because they have those old left side tires. They're hot, they're worn out. Ben's going to have a good restart here around the outside, so watch out for him for sure. All the 4-tire guys are going to be swamping on the 2-tire guys.
Mm-hmm. Well, we're about to find out here. They should get the 1 to go the next time by. But yeah, anyhow, getting back to what we were talking about now going. Let's kind of. We know that this track's slick, but let's go to next week at Watkins Glen. Oh my gosh. I have a sneaking suspicion we might see the Zelensky car out there on that track. I know you like road courses.
As long as I can be there, I will race. I love road course racing, you know this.
Yep.
Yeah, and the tracks, I mean, that's a whole different animal. Those cars don't feel like they belong on a road course, but that's kind of the special of it. It makes it so much fun.
Yep.
And it's Watkins Glen. It's much better than Sonoma for most people, just because it feels like a track that Cup car belongs at. You got the high speeds, the heavy braking zones. It's gonna be a fun one for sure, as always with kind of road courses here. In past seasons we've been going to exotic tracks like Bathurst and Brazil, and finally kind of going back to normal kind of American NASCAR tracks.
Right.
And I did the VRS data pack stuff this past week, and I already have a good feel of the car, and it's going to be a really slippery one. You might see some people spinning up the S's.
Oh yeah, it's going to be fun. I can't wait. That's probably one of my favorite road courses, I guess, because it's one of the first road courses I think a lot of us have ever ran on in iRacing, you know, because it's been around the longest, I think, and a lot of races have been ran there. But that's probably one of my favorite. I do like that. Sonoma, that's a tough track. I know you ran really good at it here a couple weeks ago, and that's a tough track.
Yeah, Sonoma it's just a totally different track. It's my personal favorite, but I know a lot of people don't like it compared to Watkins Glen.
Yeah.
But we're looking to get ahead on this restart. We're going to have a 2-lap shootout for the stage.
Wow, this is going to be crazy. Ben Nelson, the first car that took 4 tires, and he's going to be starting in 6th place. Ooh.
Look out for him.
Pace car's in. Brandon Jackson did a good job. Ooh, a little tire spin there by Jonathan Shipman.
There's a wheel spin by Jackson.
Here we go, Ben Nelson. I don't think we're done yet. Look at this crazy stuff. Graham Boland right up the middle.
I don't know how they didn't wreck. That's insane.
I don't know either. Kyle Putz now took 4 tires, and he drives around the outside of Graham Boland.
And Ben Nelson's going to try to get around these two. That 4 tires was the right call. Oh, wow. Ben Nelson.
Oh, yep. Somebody doing a little blocking there, I think. Graham Boland might have been doing a little blocking.
This stage means a lot to these guys right
Yes,
now.
it does. Well, that's a lot of points. And I'll tell you, Kyle Putz, very methodical driver. He kind of reminds me a lot of you and Marcus, the methodical thinking that you've got to do. And he outwitted everybody, and here he comes. Cross the line, going to be the first stage winner here.
Graham
Very
Boland's
cool.
across the line. Watch
The
out.
yellow flag is out.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that's a big hit. Anti-tier. It's right into Graham. That's race over for both.
Oh, man. Oh, that's a bummer right there. Well, anyhow, Kyle Putz is our first stage winner. Now, these guys, some of these guys were just on pit road. Well, everybody was, but some guys took 4 tires. Kyle Putz was one of them. The only one that I see that actually it worked out decently and kept them in the top 10 with a 2-tire change was Femi Olat. Everybody else took 4 tires up there in the top 10.
Yeah, we'll see. I wouldn't expect Kyle to pit here, but I mean, I don't know. That restart was insane. I mean,
Yep.
the stage points are important, but man, Graham was driving his butt off there, and man, poor Santi. He's so good and he's so fast in these races. He always seems to get in something. Always seems to get in an accident, unfortunately.
Well, they were pushing it so hard right there, everybody, and when you're pushing it that hard with only 2 tires and you're taking chances, they're taking chances that they're not going to take it any other time in the race, except for a stage win or the end of the race, and those guys everybody was trying to get those stage points. So, but Kyle Putz, let's see if he comes to pit road. If he doesn't, I'm going to try to get down there on the track and talk to him. Nope, he's coming in. Oh, we got a faker.
He's coming in, yeah. I mean, those tires are so important. You see right there. He got his stage points. Most of the field's coming in. I think the rest of it, yeah, everybody's coming in. Only got one guy staying up, but he's 3 laps down. Josh Downing. So, yeah, how about Tyler Sifford? He's in 2nd now.
Yeah, Nick Northrup, Tyler Sifford stay out. After they get done with their pit stops here, we'll get a word with Kyle Putz. All right, he's away. Let's see if we can get a word with him here. Kyle Putz, you got a copy?
I got you.
Well, congratulations on your stage win there, brother. Bobby Zielinski and I were just talking about it here in TeamSpeak about the methodical driving that you do a lot of times, and it's been really paying off for you in grabbing stage wins this season. Man, it's just amazing. But tell me about the call there to stop and take tires after you guys just got done pitting.
Are you talking about like coming down pit road just now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I burned the crap out of my tires there on those 2 laps trying to pick up that stage win, so I figured kind of set ourselves up for the rest of the race here and come down, get 4 fresh ones, and hope that not too many people stay out, and we got lucky here with only 2 staying out.
Well, that was a pretty crazy finish for the stage right there, because a lot of people were bidding for that top spot. We got guys that didn't stop. Some guys took 2 tires, but it seemed like 4 tires was the ticket there tonight.
Oh yeah, definitely, for sure. I knew 4 tires was going to get it done, especially with it being 2 laps there, and I think I went from like 8th to 1st in 2 corners, so that was pretty wild. Once I got in the middle there, I think I closed my eyes for a bit. But yeah, that's definitely exciting. Hopefully it's a little bit easier on the finish.
Oh, definitely. All right, well, we're going to let you get back at it here, Kyle. Congrats on your stage win, and good luck for the rest of the race.
Thanks, Rudy.
All right, very good, very good. Congrats to Kyle Putz. Well, Nick Northrup, Tyler Sifford stay out. Now they had just pitted, not just a few laps ago, 3 or 4 laps ago. So waiting for them to see how they're going to do now. When you got 2 or 3 laps on the tires, you're probably still going to be fast, Bobby, but probably tires are going to go away a little quicker.
Yeah, I'd say though Kyle pretty much made 2 perfect calls in a row here with pitting. The 4 tires to get him the stage win. He's only 3rd now, and these 2 are going to be fine. But you got all these guys on 4 fresh tires. You got Jake up here 6 now, so watch out for him. But I'd say Tyler and Northrop are going to have a little bit more hard of a time. But they shouldn't be dead. I mean, it's 2 laps. It's not the end of the world. It's going to be a little significant, though. We'll see what they can do. I mean, track position is really meaningful as well, so it's going to be entertaining.
Yes, it is. Only 4 cars retired from the race, but Graham Boland, Santiago Tyrese still sitting on pit road trying to get damage fixed. And I know Graham, he had pretty heavy damage. I didn't see how much Santiago's got, but Graham had some pretty bad damage.
Yeah, Graham just was super loose off of 4, and kind of, I don't know why, but he kind of tried to go on the apron with Ben, and that's what knocked him sideways across the line. He spun out, got up to the outside wall, and Santi just didn't see him and just clobbered him, so I'm pretty sure they're both done for the day in terms of, getting a good result.
Yep. All right, well, here we go. Ready to wind them up again. Restarting on lap 56. Pace cars in. Nick Northrup in command here. Sifford in 2nd. And there we go. Green, green, green.
Flag, green flag.
Ben on the outside, followed by Jake Nichols. Those guys trying to get to the front here quick. Ben has led to most laps here today with 43 so far. He comes up on the inside of Kyle Putz. May have it done.
We got a spin in the back. Got a little bit of wreck.
Oh, and I think Kyle Putz might have been the leader when that happened.
We got someone upside down.
Uh-oh. Back here, Bobby Cheney. Oh yeah. My gosh.
2-part wreck.
Oh, he's not going to be a happy camper.
Yeah, he got by it, and then hit another car that got kind of wrecked afterwards.
Yeah, we'll see here in just a minute where that actually started from. Oh, right there. Okay, let me get up here a little bit because this is it was David Shutt and Lachlan McMillan. Looks like David Shutt may have got into the back of Lachlan McMillan there. Yes, he did. That's the second time David Shutt's done that tonight. He got into somebody. But he's going to have serious damage now. Jonathan Shipman involved in that. Oh.
Yeah, Shutt was just running up 2nd place a little bit ago. Now it's just gone for the worst.
Yep. And Bobby Cheney, wow, did he hit the wall. Upside down and all. Oh, flips it through the air. Golly, man. That was crazy.
Oh, that sucks for Bobby Cheney, man. He's just kind of biding his time with the race like usual, just letting the race come to him and pounds at the end and just in the wrong place at the wrong time or the right time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's unfortunate for him.
Well, I was talking to Bobby, like I said earlier there, and we were talking about, you know, how serious a lot of these guys take it, you know, and you know, it's always been a constant argument about with this being a game or a sim. Okay, he calls it a game. He said, you know, he keeps that in the back of his mind. It's just a game. He might get mad for a few minutes, but it's over, you know. And that's kind of the way you got to look at it. But yet it is a sim. You know, it's a simulator simulating real racing. So it's always been a constant argument about that being a game or a sim.
Yeah, I mean, Bobby's always level-headed about stuff. I mean,
Yep.
at the end of the day, you're spending some free time, and if you get wrecked out early, you're like, dang, I mean,
Yep.
it sucks. You know, I don't get to race anymore.
Yeah.
So from that standpoint, he's gonna be annoyed. But then, I mean, it's at the end of the day, this is a hobby, right? We're doing this for fun, and
That's right.
so you know, but it brings out your competitive side. So it's a game and a sim, whatever you want to call it. I don't think it really matters. It just
Right.
but yeah, man, a tough break for Bobby.
Yep, I think he finally decided that he's had enough and he's took him behind the wall. So Graham Bolin out. Oh, Bobby's back now. I don't know. He's in and out. Santiago's still sitting on pit road. Zach Hilleman. Josh Downing, he's on pit road. He's the first car lap down. But I think he's still running because he was on the track just a minute ago. David Shutt will be in the back of the field now. Him and Lachlan McMillan, the last two cars on the lead lap, 16th and 17th. Well, it's been a rough beat 'em up, bang 'em up race so far. Looking at the cautions here, technically 5 cautions we've had. We can't count the stage caution, even though there was a wreck that actually brought out the caution for the stage. But we're not going to count that.
Yeah, I'd expect to get some green flag running in from out
Yeah.
because there's a lot of guys that were involved in that last wreck. The wreck before took a couple guys out. I'm getting a little bit of a feeling that we're going to see some green flag action.
Yeah, I think the field shortened up a little bit. You know, we're down to 18 drivers left on the track right now from 26. So, yeah, I've always seen that the smaller the field, the better the racing, the fewer the caution. You know, just kind of rule of thumb, I guess.
Yeah, and it's interesting. We still have so we had a little tiny run there, like a lap or whatever, but they still have older tires, Nick Northrup and Tyler Sifford, and one's on the inside, one's on the outside. The one on the inside's controlling the restart, so it's interesting to see how restart Kyle gets here, because you know, Ben's been leading most of the race. Jake's finally up here, and we all know how fast he is. So I think we got a really clear 3-man fight, unless Northrup can really hold on to those tires, but I think it's going to cost him over a run, which we're expecting a long run. So we'll find out, but I'd say the battle's going to be Kyle and Ben in about 5 laps.
Oh yeah. I'm not going to count out Femi Olat though. Femi's up there. He's a solid runner. And Delonte Ballard, this is his kind of racing. This is what he likes.
Yeah, for sure. Delante's been pretty good this year.
Yep.
You never can count anybody out, but yeah. See how this goes.
All right, here we go. Pace car's in. Good start by Nick Northrup.
Green flag, green flag.
And Nelson, boy, they're 3 wide back here. Tyler Sifford right in the middle between Femi and Jake. Oh my gosh.
Femi ran a little bit wide by
Yep.
Tyler, but he's gonna have those new tires on the outside.
And yep, Tyler got it. So he's going backwards a little bit there. Here comes Delonte Ballard to the inside. Drove it in there pretty hard, hoping to clear Sifford, but didn't quite make it, but he does now. And Femi's going to get it.
Yeah, Femi pouncing on his opportunities. And don't forget about Freddie. He almost hit Tyler there.
Oh, yeah.
He's flying.
Yep. Yeah, and Freddie had to start from a lap down. He had a penalty he had to serve and had to start a lap down. So he's come back from that and running good.
We almost got a battle here for the lead. Kyle Putz looking to the outside, not going to get it, going to cross him over to the inside.
I think Kyle's got the car right there. He's got the little bit fresher tires, just a couple laps fresher, but I think Kyle's got the car.
He's got the little bit of a tire advantage. It's a little tough to pass here. He's still working on him. This is allowing Ben to close in and Jake. He's going to throw it into one, a little bit sideways, feeling a little tight going into the center. Nick's got that great outside line. He's going to defend the position so far.
I'll tell you what, they're both good drivers up there. They love racing each other too. Those two, whenever you get those two together, it's always a good race.
And Femi's gotten around Jake Nichols. You just mentioned Femi, don't count on Femi. He's up to fourth. He's looking to get this lead.
And I think we're settling in, I shouldn't say it too loud, knock on wood. I think we're settling into that green flag run that you were talking about, because the guys are single file. They are still looking to pass. They're being competitive here. Femi now looking to the outside of Ben Nelson.
Yeah, he's really digging right now. Femi's flying. He's going to go around the outside. I think he's going to be able to get the position out of this as long as he doesn't make a mistake. Because that outside line, like you see with Northrop, is defending well against Kyle right now, even with the slightly older tires. But I think that caution that came out really helped Northrop and Tyler Sifford.
Sure.
Kyle's trying to get there, but he just can't get the run on the exit quite yet.
But I think it's going to be fast enough to beat him to the line that time. Yep, Kyle Putz led that lap.
There's a point in the kind of a beginning of a run where the tires kind of start falling off drastically, and I think what we saw there with Northrop is he kind of hit that, where it really kind of drops off. So having that lap older tires, I think that made quite a difference to get Kyle around. Now we have Kyle in the lead.
Yep, Kyle's in the lead. Jake Nichols back here fifth, watching Femi and Ben. Oh, Ben got really tight right there. Caught the line.
Yeah, he just touched the apron a little bit.
Yep.
Yeah, knocked him sideways. Back to fifth. Lonta's going to try to pounce on him. But, yep, here comes Femi for second.
Yeah, we got about 6 or 7 heavy hitters up here right now.
Yeah, I mean, Freddie's here. It's a great battle going on. Femi's going to look inside, not going to be there, though. Oh, look at Northrop trying to go to the bottom line, get a run. Not going to get it quite yet. Femi's going to have a run to the outside. He's going to try it.
Don't you kind of feel like Dale Earnhardt Jr. right now?
I don't know about that.
Well, I mean, you'd like to be out here racing with these guys, but you're in the booth.
My part-time racing. I usually do one full season in SRA a year. We have a lap car up here actually next to Kyle Putz.
Yeah.
Going to run to the bottom line.
James Coulibaly. Oh man, look. Yeah, you better be careful. Oh wow, big wiggle.
As a leader, you never want to see this. I tell you, when I see that, it's like, go away. Like get out of here.
Yep.
I want to get by. I don't want everybody else to catch me.
Just go down on the apron, lift off the throttle until we get by.
I mean, just out of pace. Probably has fresh tires too, even though he has the damage. He has that corner speed.
Sure. Well, Ben Nelson trying to figure out what he did wrong there to let Femi go by, but Femi clears him, goes into third, and he is not done yet, I can tell you that right now. Femi's sizing up Nick Northrop here, looking for a way to get around him. Probably got about 2 or 3 lap newer tires. That's not much, but eventually that will show. You'll see it.
Femi got a good exit at 2, but it's all about kind of getting the run so you can get a great position on somebody.
Here he goes.
Try it.
And Ben Nelson wants to get right in there. As long as that door's open, he wants to get the nose in there too.
And Femi did a good job through 3 and 4.
Man, I'm telling you. And there he goes. He's going to clear him.
Yep. Good job by Femi. All this battling is showing. I wonder how much Kyle's kind of conserving that right front tire. Just letting these guys battle it out so we can, succeed later in this run.
Yeah, I don't think he's dropped the hammer trying to pull away. I think he's just kind of just staying comfortably ahead of them. Keeping that distance. Because I know Kyle, he's a tire saver. He's like you. He can be fast, but still save tires. Now Femi, Femi, I'm not going to say Femi's not a good driver, I don't think he's quite as good as tire saver as Kyle is, but Femi is always fast.
Femi's another one of those kind of smart drivers.
Yep.
I mean, talked about it earlier. He'll pounce, and he's pouncing now. He has his Nexus teammate behind him in third, and he's starting to pull away from him. And Nick Northrop's really falling off now. Like,
yeah,
you can really feel those tires just slowing him down. He's kind of wanting a caution right now, I'd say, just to get him on equal tires. Make this strategy kind of worth it.
Jake's going to get by him on the outside here.
Delante's going to try to get around him too. Let's see if he gets a nose on him. So if he got the nose on him on the outside.
Looks like he does. He's not going to let Nick up there in that upper line. Going to stay right there. Freddie looking on here in 7th. I mean, he ran good there for a while. He led 12 laps. Had a good run.
He got himself in line in front of Freddie.
Yep.
He's still a bit slower, and Freddie's going to go for it.
All right, we're well past halfway here, folks. And Kyle Putz won the first stage, in case you're just tuning in.
More on Femi. That time by, he was 800ths faster than Kyle, so he's definitely catching him. And Benjamin was even faster than Femi, so we're going to have a three-way battle for the lead here shortly.
Yep.
We have a little battle for 7th again. James Cole, oh, that's not even a battle, that's just Coleball. He has those new tires, he's kind of hanging with those guys, so.
Yeah, Coleball, he's sitting right behind him. Now, Tyler Sifford's back a little ways from Nick Northrop there. He's about almost a full second behind him, a little over 3/4 of a second. But I'll tell you what, Sifford's been having an excellent season this year. He has kept himself in this top 10 in points. Once you get inside that top 10 in points, you kind of pretty much commit yourself to you've got to run good every single week, you know. If you want to be in that, you know, with only 2 races left, you got Watkins Glen and Atlanta left in the regular season, and you want to be in that top 12. Now, when you get to Atlanta, we've talked about that track. Some guys like it, Bobby, and some guys don't like it. What's your opinion on Atlanta for having that for the last race of the regular season?
It's a fitting track just because it's so difficult. There's a little grip. The lane has changed, especially in turns 1 and 2. But it's just a classic kind of place to go for your final race. And usually, you know, you want that last race to be at an intermediate track like in Atlanta, or, you know, they haven't gone to Charlotte in a while, but it's usually Atlanta, Homestead, kind of those intermediate tracks that are really racy. You necessarily wouldn't want a championship race at somewhere like here, just with the nature of the track, but those high banks and different lines and just, you know, the car handles completely different from lap 1 to say 30 in a run there. It's a great racer's track. So, you know, some people don't like it, some people do, but that's everywhere. Everyone has a track they don't like.
Oh,
but
sure.
I think overall, it's a fitting place to hold the championship.
Well, look at this battle for the lead now. Femi is right on Kyle Putz's back bumper. And he's going to look to the outside.
Oh, he got a bit of a bunch of grip up there, too. He's got a great run.
Yes, he does. Kyle, a little wiggle there coming out of turn 2, which we expect. That is turn 2 at Kentucky. You can expect that. And it looks like Femi is going to take the lead and is going to lead his very first lap of the race. I think we're looking at a winner right there. I think Femi's going to win this tonight. It's just my opinion.
Benjamin does not want to agree with you, and he's coming after.
I know it. Yeah, like I said, they're all heavy hitters up here, and you know any one of these guys can win this. I wouldn't even count out Jake Nichols right now.
No, Jake Nichols is a bit far away, and I think he has. I'm pretty sure he has damage to his right rear.
Yes, he does. Yep, I think you're right. And you know, a little thing that, and we may see it, if as they get the tires worn down a little bit, if you get somebody right on that back right corner, now correct me if I'm wrong on that, Bobby, but if you get somebody on that back right corner, that can make the car ahead of them a little loose, can it?
I'm not sure, maybe a tad bit, but really the effect of kind of staying on their quarter panel really just kind of messes up the other driver, because they can't move around in a corner like they'd want to normally, because if you go up the track a little bit, you're going to make contact. So I think looseness is just, you know, just trying to hold a consistent line and not kind of go up into the guy. So when you pinch somebody, that's one of the effects for sure. Just you'll mess them up a little bit, but if you mess them up too much, they'll hit you. So it's risky, but it's, you know, at the end of a race, you're going to see pinching for sure, and it's totally fine. It's just risky. But Freddie, I mean, Freddie's flying right now. He's going to get Jake Nichols eventually, I think. He got around Delonte here. He's looking really good. Freddie's back, and a motivated Freddie is a dangerous Freddie. So
yes,
never count out Freddie. He's so good when he's on it. He can beat anybody.
Yep. Yeah, he's gave you a few tough battles. I can tell you that.
Yeah, I mean, he's straight up beat me at Charlotte one year by a lot. So he's good at these intermediates. I mean, he's just a good driver overall. He can drive anything.
Well, it's one thing I have noticed. He thrives. I don't know of a better word. He thrives to get out there and beat you or Marcus. That's like when he gets on the track with you guys. That's his goal. You know, he's got to beat you guys, and you know that's enough motivation right there to put you in victory lane.
Well, here he comes off after fourth.
Yes. Jake Nichols, I don't think Jake's going to fight him too awful much. He knows Freddie's pretty fast.
Well, he pinched him just a bit there on the outside.
Yeah.
Freddie's going to come back on the inside, got a good run on the bottom.
Jake did just exactly what he needed to do right there, though.
You can call that lane the bottom or the middle, but I don't really like calling it the bottom just because that bottom line, the real bottom line, is just never too ideal. But using a bit of the seam there, trying to get some rotation, got a little bit too loose. Jake's gonna defend for now.
Yep, and Freddie ain't giving up yet. Ballard's sitting there going, "Come on, Freddie, let's go." Sifford in 8th.
Jake's gonna hold on to that position for now. Yeah, Tyler Sifford, you know, those tires, as we said, really hurting him right now.
Whoa! Ooh, Freddie drove it in there way too hard.
I think he was a bit loose, and then
yes, he was.
He drove it in at the same time. Now he's got to battle Nick Northrup, so that's unfortunate for Freddie. Just made a mistake there, and gotta have to gain all that time back. But I think Kyle Putz is catching those leaders again a little bit.
Yeah, he's closing back in on him here. Like I said, he's a big tire saver, and you know, I know Ben is, and I think Ben might be just a little bit better at saving tires than Femi, but Femi's out front right now, Clean Air, and I think Clean Air is king, you know.
Ben a little bit loose off 2.
Yeah, he's running
these two, so might have been right about those saving tires earlier in the run.
Yeah, they're running in dirty air behind Femi right now, and I think that's kind of hurting both Ben and Kyle just a little. It's just enough to keep Femi out ahead.
Well, the nice thing about iRacing is that dirty air is nothing compared to what real life, so we can have these nice close battles, you know, and not have to worry about, oh, I'm behind a car, I have to run a different lane. It affects you just a tiny bit, but what makes these races so great is it's not near as much as you'd see in real life, in the real world, and how air works, which is it's lovely. You get to see close battles like this. Ben's really loose right now, trying to catch up to Femi. He has to be torching those tires. He ain't gonna like that later in the run. I think they're gonna be pitting decently soon because they're gonna probably split this 70-lap run. That if we have no cautions, is gonna be a 70-lap run. They're gonna split it in half, and that means they're gonna be pitting in the next 10 laps.
Well, a lot of the viewers out there not too sure about who's in the booth with me. I got Bobby Zielinski in the booth with me tonight, folks. Yeah, one of the pro drivers, one of the peak drivers. Let me put it that way. One of the peak drivers. And actually one of the big time winners here at SRA. I mean, I know you got a lot of wins to go to catch up to Marcus Richardson, Bobby, but man, you're the second highest on the list for the most wins.
Yeah, I'm just happy for the ones I got. I'm going to concede defeat to Marcus. Ain't no catching that guy. It's just too many wins to catch up.
Yeah, he's got like over 117 wins in the in the league, not the series, but he's still got the most in the series, like 40 some, I think.
Yeah, he's a beast for sure. He's
Yep.
he ran the place for a while.
Ballard getting around Jake Nichols. Wow, and here comes Freddie again. Freddie looking to get around Jake Nichols. I think Jake, with that, like you said, with that damage, I think it's really costing him a lot of speed and a lot of handling in the corners right now.
Yeah, I think it's not killing his race, obviously, because he's still pretty fast, but it's just enough to where he can't really contend for the lead just yet, and it just has a speed disadvantage to those guys up there. But I think it's that damage. I mean, everyone's so close that you get damage like that, it can really hurt you just because everyone's so close. And
Well, he's got a safe lead over Ben Nelson and Femi Olat, but what's going to hurt him is they're both running 1 and 2 up here, and he's running in 5th. You know, sure they're going to close up a few points on him because Jake hasn't led any laps yet today, but yeah, it's kind of like taking a bucket of water out of the ocean with only 2 races left to go.
Yeah, he has such a big gap too. I mean, I think he's just concerned by every race, just trying to do the best he can. I mean, I think that's basically his mindset. Just get the best finish you can every race. That's what I guess everyone should do. Just think about that race and just go have fun and try to do the best you can.
Well,
and, Freddie's working on him, but Jake ain't budging. And I have to interrupt you. Nick Northrup's coming into pit, so pit window open for him. He's gonna take the advantage as he can get it.
Well, he pitted about 2 or 3 laps before these guys did. He was on a little bit older tires. So yeah, okay. But I was going to say, consistency in any kind of racing, it usually will put you in the championship. You don't have to win races to be a champion. All you got to be is consistent.
Yeah, and Jake's, I mean, we saw it last season in the regular season. Me and Jake were both really consistent, and we were so far ahead of everybody else just because we had those consistent results.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what it's about, because it also transitions to the chase. Like you said, you can't win in those 3 races. Jake's probably the most consistent guy in this field right now, and so just carrying over the momentum of being consistent. I mean, and making the most he can out of this damage he has.
I think he's only had 1 bad race this season. Now Ben Nelson's had a couple of bad races where he just got totally annihilated. So. And coming back from that, he's still, you got to think about this too. He's still got himself close enough that he's made the chase. It's pretty much a given. The top 4, I think, or maybe 5 are pretty much guaranteed in. Now, I did not see Kyle Trudell in here tonight.
Yeah, he might have a drop to fall on, but we do have the other Kyle. Kyle puts in his pit stall right now. He is taking his stop. It's curious to see what the other leaders do. Top 2 have not pit now. Delonte Ballard, Freddie De La Rosa, Jake Nichols coming in. Jake Nichols passed Freddie on pit road entry. How about that?
Ballard, wow. He almost piled it up coming to pit road.
Yeah, it's tough, man. These tires are completely worn, and you're just trying to stop, and it ain't stopping. So you'll see a lot of that sliding onto pit road, trying not to speed, just trying to get everything you can out of it. It's also an early pit entrance, like the speed line is super early compared to most tracks.
All right, so Jake about done with his pit stop here. He's away.
Femi and Ben are just stretching this out right now.
Yeah, they'll probably go to about lap 100, and then I'm sure we'll probably see him. Well, Freddie does come out behind Jake Nichols, which could be good for Jake, but we know Freddie, he's going to try to get by Jake. You can bet on that. But yeah, we'll see here. Femi and Ben, they should be coming in here probably, if not this lap, the next one.
They're not coming in.
Nope.
So they're definitely playing the long game here. So Femi's just continuing to, stretch his advantage over Ben here. They need the race to go green, or they won't probably be able to catch up in time to the guys who pit, or if they have a caution right now, then they're in a great spot.
Sure.
But once they pit, they're going to have quite a bit of a deficit to Kyle Plitz. I mean, right now, Kyle Plitz is racing Nick Northrup, and you saw how far Kyle was ahead of Northrup before he pit. So you can see just the difference from the tire wear, and they're still not pitting up there. So they're sticking to what they want to do, their strategy, I don't know if they're communicating and kind of planning together. I maybe doubt that, but they are Nexus teammates, so never know. Kyle's still battling Northrop. He's most likely going to get around him here. He hit a bump. Not going to get the run he wants, but he has way fresher tires than Northrop. So,
Well,
any other battles? It's just kind of waiting on those two to pit.
Yeah, in all the races that I've seen, I've seen guys that have stayed out like this on longer runs, and it costs them time on the track, because now when they pit, they're not going to come out with the lead, because guys are going to get by them, because they're out there on fresh tires, and they're 2.5 seconds faster right now a lap. So the longer these guys stay out, the more they're making their chances of losing that. Now, Ben Nelson is on pit road.
Another thing I need to mention is Delonte Ballard. Something happened. He either got a 15-second stop and go. He's way behind right now. Like he's on the other side of the track, as Kyle puts. So I'm pretty sure he got a 15-second penalty for speeding. So that's unfortunate for him. Or he had some other issue.
Right.
So Delonte's kind of out of it.
Here comes Femi. He's coming in now. He's seen Ben Nelson pitted, and he says, "I'm the only one out here." Oh no, that just cost him big time.
I've had that happen way too much to me. It's
yep.
crushing feeling. Oh man, that sucks. So Kyle's gonna have a big lead over Ben here. Ben's going into 3 now. Kyle's off of 4 now. So it's not too much of a gap. He has way fresher tires. I need to see just the amount, because Ben pitted on lap 100. Kyle pit on 95. That's 5 lap fresher tires.
Yep.
And he has a gap now. Kyle puts to Ben Nelson is 7.5 seconds. I think he can get that if it goes green.
Well, he's got a lot of ground to make up, I can tell you that. But man, the guys that are out here right now, you take guys like Ben Nelson now, he is 21 seconds behind that leader. That's a lot to make up.
But it is Ethan Kurtz, and he needs to pit, so it's not going to be that much at the end of the day. Also, Ethan's running about 2 seconds off the pace with those old tires. So just by math, 10 laps kind of equal to 20 seconds if he was to stay out. But he can't make it on fuel anyway. I don't think. I don't see how he can make it 70 laps.
Nope.
So I think he might just be staying out there to hopefully catch a caution. He has damage, quite a bit of damage to the rear end of the car and even to the front. So I'd say he's just going to run out the car of fuel probably and maybe catch a caution, because that would put him in the lead really, because everyone would pit.
Well, Jake Nichols, a little bit of a relief here on him, because he was probably thinking, man, I need to get out ahead of Ben Nelson, and he did. He's a couple of seconds ahead of Ben right now. So that's what he needed to do, I think, to hold on to, so he doesn't lose that much of a point lead. He's out there. Now Femi, that had to back up in the pit stall. Man, that just cost him a chance for a win.
Yeah, he's going to have newer tires than Ben, but going across the line and see where Femi is compared. Ben's 3.2 seconds ahead of Femi. He has newer tires, I think a lap, but so it's not totally out of the question, because Femi did a really good job of being faster than Ben on the last tires. So he needed to go green to have a chance. But Ben, he also needs to catch Kyle, which is now 6.5 ahead. Might be a little less this time by. We'll actually look at the lap times. Kyle ran a 32.01 and Ben ran a 31.74. So that's 2.5 tenths a lap. It's a big cutting down of the gap. But he needs it to go green, or Kyle's going to be in the best position.
Now Ben's about 1.3 seconds behind Jake Nichols right now and closing. But both of them had excellent pit stops. Ben, we know Ben, he hits that. He is probably one of the best at pit stops. I hate to say this, Bobby, but I think he's a little better than you at pit stops.
Hey, that's fine, man.
Seriously, that guy, he nails it every single time, and it's fast.
Yeah, I'm not the best pit stop guy at all. But, in terms of strategy, I'm curious. I think Ben waited too long, because what Kyle did is he pit right at halfway, and that's usually what you want to do.
Yep.
Just math, right? Half and half, same tires. But he went for the long game, so he lost more time then he can maybe gain being a little safe with it. So it's going to be all about if he can catch Kyle in time. You know, we have 23 to go right now. Kyle's going to get to Ethan, whether Ethan pits or not. Ethan might be pitting the next couple laps, or he'll stay out to try to, you know, stay out even longer. But
Right.
it's all about this gap between Kyle and Ben. We're going to see what it is this time by. Kyle ran a 32.41. He might have made a mistake that lap. This time Ben's going to run a 31.89. So that was a half a second just cut right there.
Sure.
He's now 5.2 seconds back. So he's cutting the gap down. He needs to catch him about 2.5 tenths a lap the rest of the race, which is a lot. But 5 laps of the tires.
Ben's closed right up on Jake Nichols now. That damage Jake's got's really affecting his speed, and this was a crucial time for that to not happen, and it's happening. And he knows that Ben's faster. He's not going to fight him. He's going to let him go.
Smart move. No need to fight it. You're not really racing Ben. You're on you're on 4 lap older tires. He's just going to try to, you know, lose his least amount of time possible there, and he did a good job of it. You can see Ben just flying away, and that's the tire advantage he has.
He's okay. All right, well, Ethan does come to pit road. Yeah, he's coming in. So Kyle Putz takes over the lead. Freddie De La Rosa will be second now. Nick Northrup third.
So Femi, let's talk about
Nelson. Yeah, let's talk about Femi.
He's running about a half a tenth quicker than Ben right now. That's not quite enough as he needs to catch Ben, but he's 2.5. He's around 2 seconds behind Ben right now, and obviously Ben's now a little over 4 seconds behind Kyle. So Kyle's really getting caught now. Kyle could be saving tires here too. I think that would be a good strategy for Kyle because he is running a bit slower than Freddie, but Kyle might. I mean, Kyle's a smart guy, so I wouldn't say he's not saving tires. I think he's saving just a bit. He's losing a ton of time right now. That Ben he's losing 4 tenths around a lap. So
yeah he's saving tires.
Time's running out, but it's going to be 18 to go this time, and Ben needs to catch him about 2 tenths a lap, and I think it's perfectly reasonable to catch him. But did Ben wait too long to pit? That's the question, because a caution could come out. You know how these SRA races are. You know, we maybe start off a little rough in the beginning, and then have a nice green run. We have nice clean green flag pit stops, and then boom, 7 to go. We have a caution. It's crazy. So.
Yeah, you got that right. We've seen that way too many times.
It was the title race last year in the Gen 6. I mean, I was part of that. It was like, oh, are you kidding me? I put all this nice race together, and I got to make a crazy pit call.
Well, these three are getting ganged up together here. Freddie D and Nick Northrup and Ben Nelson. And Ben's looking to the inside of Nick Northrup right now for third.
Yeah, that's...
There he goes.
Flying.
Yep. And Nick's not even going to fight him. He knows Ben's got the car, and he knows he's fast. No sense of fighting him.
I don't think he could have fought him if he tried, man.
Nope.
Ben's much faster now. Let's see if Freddie fights him. Freddie likes having fun with his friends. He always says it in these races, and he likes to have a fight. He doesn't like letting people go. He wants to race. He wants to race people. Let's see how how he treats Benjamin here. See if he races him the best he can. Because, I mean, he's second right now, and he's having fun. So this is going to be an interesting one as well. They're both catching Kyle just a bit, but Benjamin's obviously catching him a lot faster. Man, I think Kyle's saving a little bit right now.
And Ben's right up there on that bumper. Here he goes, pulling out. And, wow, I don't even know if Freddie can battle him, man.
I don't know if he let him go there, but I guess you'd have to ask Freddie that. He is in position for top 3 here. We'll see if Femi can catch Freddie at some point. Maybe I'll ask that after the race.
Yep.
But I don't know if he let him go there or not. But I think Ben's just so much faster anyway.
Well, and, I got to give props to Freddie there because, Freddie knows that Ben's battling with Jake Nichols and Femi Olat for the points leader. Freddie's not even in the top 20. So, why get out here and battle with the points leaders like that? So he's giving him a lot of respect, a lot of room on the track to let him race it up here. So I got to give that to him. Well, Femi does get around Jake Nichols now, and Femi into 5th.
Yeah, Femi's a little bit faster than Ben, but I don't think he's fast enough to catch him. He's 2 seconds still behind Ben. I don't know if you can catch him in 14 laps. I think that's a lot of gaps to close. I think that mistake really killed it for him. That mistake cost him a couple seconds at least. So man, shame for Femi.
Yeah.
But hey,
well, it probably cost him. It cost him a podium seat today. I can say that.
I don't know, man. I think he still has a lot of speed to get to Freddie, and he has way newer tires than Freddie. He's gonna make a move on Nick Northrup right now. Northrup's gonna try to fight him, but you see center off. He's just gonna have so much more grip.
Sure does.
But he's now gonna focus on Freddie, and Ben's gonna focus on Kyle, and Ben's still catching Kyle about 3/10 a lap.
He sure is.
Like I said, Kyle might be saving tires.
And that's probably not a bad thing, because I'm sure Ben's probably not saving too awful much right now at trying to reel him in. So when it comes down to it, if Kyle has been saving tires, he may give Ben a heck of a fight right there to the end. We're going to find out, though. We're coming to 11 to go.
Yeah, sorry. The last lap, he only caught him a 10th and a half, which is much less than usual.
And he may be looking at the laps too and saying, you know, well, I've got enough to get to him. So, and if I'm burning my tires up right now, and he may have already done it too. He may have already burnt them tires up trying to get to Kyle. He passed a lot of cars to get there. Sifford hanging on to 7th.
Sifford might have a battle with David Shutt in the final laps, but there's a little bit of a gap still. And Shutt's kind of just on his own. He has a couple lap cars around him. Delonte trying to get the best he can out of it, man. It sucks for Delonte. Pretty sure it was a 15-second penalty he had. If you kind of subtract 15 seconds, from his gap to Kyle, that would put him up there in the battle for a podium. So, shame for Delonte, but hey, I mean he had a mistake on pit road. Femi had a mistake. It's easy on those old tires.
And Ben right there, 0.4 of a second from Kyle Putz. I think he's a little faster than Kyle right now, but whether, like we were just talking about, whether Kyle's saving tires or not, we're about to find out here, because we're 10 to go, coming 9 to go this time.
Kyle's going to give it his best effort.
You betcha. And Ben Nelson, proud to be a sponsor there, his sponsor, I should say, MS and Me. Or MS Media, I guess is what it, I don't know, he's got a couple of different ones there, but proud to be a sponsor there of MS, multiple sclerosis, if I can say that correctly. And here he goes. Oh, yes, he did. Oh, my. That's not what Kyle wanted to see.
He's going to get him.
Yes, he did. Nice. Well, Kyle's got to be proud of his run today. And, the methodical driving that he does each and every race that he's in. I've seen things that he has done that in past seasons I've never seen him do, and this season here, he has been smart about everything that he does out there on the track. I don't know if he's learned things, picked up things maybe from you or Marcus or something. Oh, we got a yellow.
Ooh, what did I tell you? It's 7.
Josh? Is that Josh Downing?
Yes, it is.
I think it was. Yeah, yes, it was.
Oh, man, he just lost it.
And he was the second car lap down. I think he was the first car lap down, but he lost that to Ethan Kurtz. So let's see what happened here when he goes into the corner. He was okay right here, but when he come out of the corners when he got loose, tried to save it. He did hit the outside wall pretty hard too. Oh my!
Well, they're about to pit. They gotta come down. Yeah, whoever stays out's gonna have a hard time, but it's a hell of a call if they do it.
Yep, they're coming.
So far, the top 7, 8. Yeah, everyone. Now, who's going to take 2? Now, what I tell you about the dang cautions coming out in this league?
I'm telling you.
Femi did end up getting Freddie right there, so he came in the pits 3rd.
I tell you, we see more races in a season finish under caution than we do under green, I think.
It's never a happy thing to happen, but
Oh, I haven't
Yeah,
seen anybody do
box
two.
late.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh. David Shutt did two tires.
Oh, Kyle, let's look at this race off for second.
Yep.
That could have been a race off for the lead right there if it wasn't for Shutt taking the 2 tires.
Whoa. Well, Ben's going to come out. Excuse me. Wow. Ben's going to come out second, just ahead of Kyle Putz. Emil Latt third. Nick Northrup fourth. But behind David Shutt, which took 2 tires. And David's got damage. Now, obviously did it for track position, you know, and try to put himself into the top 3. It may have worked out. It may have been a good strategy call, but, well, I don't know. He's going to get gobbled up pretty quick.
So the caution came out with 7 to go. If it came out with 6 to go, it would have been a 1-lap shootout.
Right.
Now, it's a 2-lap shootout, so we can have a caution in the race. Now, that's what Shutt is banking on. He's banking on going into 1 and everyone's stacking it up behind him. Now, we've had a lot of casualties this race, so there's not a full field of... And there's not really a mix of strategies either. He's the only one on 2 tires. Everyone else is on 4 tires that I can see. Pretty sure everyone is. So you're not going to have the speed difference in the middle of the pack of someone on 2 and someone on 4 hitting each other. But everyone's going to be super aggressive because this is your last chance. So he's banking on a caution, for sure. Now Kyle is in 3rd on this restart. Now if Shutt takes the bottom, Kyle's going to get a normal start, and he's going to go right down to the apron as fast as he can because Shutt's not going to get a great start. Even if he's, you know, he's controlling the restart, but he has those super old left side tires. He ain't going to be able to just throttle up like everybody else.
Yeah, I'm sure Ben's going to do something here that's going to be kind of surprising, I think. He may not get the jump on this start on David Shutt, but I have a feeling coming out of turn 2, Shutt's going to be a little tight coming out of the corner, and I think Ben Nelson might be able to drive around him. But like you said, Kyle's going to be on the inside. Kyle might take advantage of that, and depending on where David Shutt goes coming in and out of the corners there, Kyle Putz might be in the driver's seat right now.
Yeah, it's hard. It's whoever gets the better restart out of 2nd or 3rd, I think. And I mean, hey, if Femi gets a crazy start too, you never know who's counting who down. You never know.
I know it.
Femi, and it could be 4 wide. I'd expect, obviously, Shutt gets the initial jump, but then the wheels will start spinning, and we'll go 3 wide probably into 1.
Oh, sure.
Or he'll have great control, and it'll just be 2 wide. But I think for sure, I don't see Shutt getting a gap into 1. I think he'll probably be side by side with Ben at least. So Ben's probably in the best spot, unless, I mean, this can happen. Shutt could be too aggressive and spin his tires, spin to the right, hit Ben, slow his car down, not wreck him, but just accidentally hit him, and then boom, Kyle Putz or Femi. So it's crazy. This is a classic SRA shootout at the end of a race. I mean, we see these all the time. It's wide open. Anything can happen because it's only 1 guy on 2. But I can't wait to see this.
Well, Bobby, I appreciate you helping me, man. That was a surprise. It really was. when I seen that in chat, I was like, well, heck yeah.
I've never done a live one before. I did some stuff for Nork on some replays, but I just want to have some fun. And I heard you didn't have anybody in here with you, so why not?
Yep. I appreciate it, man. That's pretty awesome. All right, folks, here we go. This will be it right here. Final restart for the SRA TrophyDash.com Gen 6 Series. 2 races left in the regular season. These guys are ready to finish this up. Pace cars in. David Shutt holding them back a little bit here. And there he goes. Ben goes right along with him, though. Look at that run Ben just got.
That's the tire spin.
Yep. And this is what contact! No, it's going to finish under caution.
Is it? They're not wrecking yet. Oh, no.
There they go. Oh, no. They're all wrecking back there.
That's going to give the win to Ben, I think.
Yep. David Shutt second, and Freddie D finishes in 3rd.
Kyle. Dang, that's a tough break for him. He's running
second.
He got into Femi there. I don't know whose fault it really was, but they had contact.
Let me see if I can go back here and catch Kyle.
Contacted Femi and then got spun off too.
Yeah, right there, Femi and him. And then Nick Northrup now comes up on the bottom underneath Kyle Putz. And they're just about stacked up 4 wide. And there's where Nick Northrup got into Kyle. and almost put Nick Northrup in third, but Freddie had such a run on the outside. He does clear Nick, so Nick will finish fourth in that, man. And Tyler Sifford, nowhere to go, just pile drives Kyle Putz. Good night. He's still going to have a decent finish, sixth place, but man, poor Kyle. I feel bad.
Those two were second and third as the caution came out, and that's what you see in these shootouts. These guys that have a perfect podium going for them, caution comes out, crazy stuff happens, and all of a sudden you're in 15th and wrecked, and you're like, wow, of course, and they're all mad. Yeah. For sure, they're disappointed right now and annoyed by what happened, but
yeah,
that's one of the parts of the racing in these shootouts.
Yep, Kyle finished 14th, Femi 15th, and both of those we talked earlier about. They had some of the strongest chances out there of winning this. Now, David Shutt took that chance on them two tires. He's going to come home second tonight. What a job.
Worked out for him. I believe he was around 7th or 8th when the caution came out.
Yep.
I was going to finish top 2, so.
Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Well, final lap here for Ben Nelson. Going to bring it home. And you know, I really wasn't surprised because, you know, like we talked about there with David taking the two tires, and Ben got a good solid start, and that's what he needed to do. I mean, I don't know if they were timing that, whether they were counting it or what. We'll never know. But that was an awesome restart there for Ben Nelson to bring home this win, man. That was just great. That tire spin that David Shutt had, I think, is what cost him.
Yeah, I don't think there was any countdowns. I think just, I mean, the expected tire spin from those old left side tires, just you got the initial jump, but then you have to kind of get through the gears, and it's still wanting to spin while the other guys get the run, and then going to one side by side, the guy with the 4 tires kind of fly by on the outside. But yeah, great job to Ben.
All right, well, we're going to get down here in just a minute and talk to these guys once they cross the line, and find out what really transpired on that whole ordeal right there. That was pretty amazing. It was an amazing SRA finish. I don't think I've ever seen an SRA finish that wasn't just like off the charts. You know, so all right, let's get down here and talk to Ben Nelson. I hope they ain't like dropping the F-bomb or anything while I'm in there, but we'll see here. All right, here we go. Ben Nelson, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, Ben, you did it again tonight. You bring home the win. Man, what a crazy finish. Another crazy SRA finish, man. It was really great. Talk about that restart there with David Shutt. Did he spin the tires just enough for you to get that run on the outside?
Yeah, initially he got a pretty good start, but I think when we went over the little hump on the front stretch, he got a little tire spin and allowed me to get a run, but that was pretty much one of the best starts I've gotten in a long time. I really couldn't really have gotten any better start, so I'm happy with that.
Well, we were talking about, we thought maybe that, you know, it might have been like a countdown start or something there. That's the way it looked, because you did get such a good restart. But, man, congratulations on your win. This is going to help you a little bit in the points. I know you got a pretty good hole to dig yourself out of there with only 2 races to go. What are you thinking about Watkins Glen next week?
I'm thinking about picking up the win. I'll try.
Oh, you expecting to run really good there? I mean, as far as road course?
Yeah, I mean, it all depends on who shows up, I guess. But I'm usually pretty good at Watkins Glen. I haven't been there in a while though, so I'll practice a little bit. I'm feeling pretty confident. It's going to be fun regardless.
Well, congratulations again, Ben. Who you got to thank for this victory here tonight?
First of all, I have to thank MS&E Media for supporting me so much for MS Awareness. You can show your support on Twitter using the hashtag RacingMS. And my secondary sponsor, the Shotgun Marine Youth Association, the CMTA, and my team, Nexus Esports, for backing me and doing everything they do for me. And the league admins for doing all the work that they do, all the viewers, all the fans of the stream, all the drivers in the race. This was a pretty good race. After we got through the first initial caution, breakout, I guess. So it's certainly an exciting finish. I kind of wish the caution didn't come out because, I mean, I was in the lead anyway, but it would have been a little less chaotic, but I guess it's good for the viewers. But, yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, that made for a very exciting finish. We can tell you that. Just a typical SRA exciting finish, you know. So, well, congrats on your win here, Ben. That should help you a little bit in points. I think you did lead the most laps here tonight with 49. So, more bonus points racking up there, trying to close that gap on Jake Nichols. So, congrats, and we'll see you back here next week and see what you can do at Watkins Glen.
Thank you, Rudy.
David Shutt, you got.
Yeah, I had damage from one of the wrecks that I caused that second one, so that was on me. But yeah, I saw last race caution. Remember last week? Just went for it. Had nothing to lose, and I don't know. Maybe if I had not spun the tires quite as much there and been able to hold a bigger gap to Benjamin in 1 and 2 and had the lead off the backstretch, I might have could have stolen that win, but I'll take a second after that. That was not my best race.
Well, you know, it was a heck of a gamble that you had to take right there with the 2 tires, but you know, you kind of played the strategy game there of hoping a caution would come out right away, and it worked out in your favor that way. But with that tire spin, it probably did cost you the race. So, but congratulations on second place, man. Now, tell us about what you're thinking about for Watkins Glen next week, a big road course like that.
I love road courses. That's I like them a lot. I'm sure if Zelensky wins or races, he will win. So if he doesn't show up, maybe somebody else will have a chance. But yeah. We'll see how it goes. I haven't been too good on this latest tire build with the Cup cars and the Xfinity cars and the road courses. I just can't keep the tires on it. But we'll see. Hopefully I can get a good, decent finish out of that, maybe even a win.
Well, I got Bobby in the booth with me here, Bobby Zelensky, so I'm sure he heard what you just said. So he said he's not sure if he's going to make it, but he's going to try it. He does want to, you know, he loves road courses. So, yeah, he's definitely going to probably be the pick to win there. But great run tonight, David. That was a great gamble that you took right there and a chance to grab a win. But it brought you from, I think you were going to be back in like 7th or 8th place. So it put you on the podium.
Yeah, I felt like that's where I was actually going to finish before the wreck. I think I was faster than Putz and right behind Ben, so it sucks to miss out on the win like that, but I'll definitely take a second.
All right, brother. Well, who you got to thank for your second place tonight in the Purple Nurple?
Everybody after Ray, Bobby Cheney, you guys for broadcasting. And huge thanks to Bobby Zelensky for being in the booth and on the track.
Very cool. All right. I'm sure you heard what you said. So congrats again, David. We'll see you next week at Watkins Glen.
Thanks, Rudy.
All right. That brings us to Freddie D. Freddie Del Rosa. You got a copy.
So Freddie is not in the server.
Oh, he's not? What did he do? Leave?
You probably didn't know.
What? Aw. Well, anyhow, Freddie will grab 3rd place. Well, we could talk to 4th place Nick Northup, I guess.
So Nick Northup is 4th, not in here. Jake Nichols also not in here in 5th.
Oh, my God.
But Tyler Sifford in 6th is still in the server.
Well, I guess we'll talk to you. Tyler Sifford, you got a copy. He's not going to answer either. Tyler Sifford, do you have a copy? Oh, well.
Everyone's gotta get used to the new format because we're not using TeamSpeak anymore.
Yeah, I know it. All right, well, anyhow, Freddie D does come home with 3rd place here, so congratulations to him. Coming, from 5th to 3rd, but We've seen him back outside that top 10 a couple times, back into the top 10, worked his way up through the field, and pulls out a third place finish out of that because there was a lot of wrecking going on up there in the front, but he managed to slip through. But unscathed pretty much the whole race, Bobby. That was pretty awesome for Freddie to all the cars that he passed to get up there, and he don't have a scratch on that car. That's pretty amazing.
Yeah, Freddie's definitely the wheel man. Had a good day today, and he's part time, but making the most out of it.
There you go. All right, let's run down through the final results here, folks, before we get out of here. All right, Ben Nelson does come home with the win. David Shutt second. Freddie De La Rosa will finish third. Nick Northrup fourth. Jake Nichols rounds out the top 5, our points leader. Tyler Sifford in 6th. Delonte Ballard 7th. Sean Williams 8th. Jonathan Shipman 9th. And Lachlan McMillan, that rounds out the top 10. Ethan Kurtz in 11th. Nicholas Caressel 12th. Brandon Jackson 13th. Kyle Putz, unfortunately, finishes back in 14th. 14th. That hurt a lot. And Femi Olat the same back there in 15th. James Coulibaly 16th. Josh Downing 17th. Connor Anton 18th. Bobby Cheney 19th, getting wrecked out. That had to have hurt too. Zach Hilleman in 20th. Graham Boland 21st. Santiago Tyrese 22nd. Caden Henry Oaks in 23rd. Justin Lisenby wrecked out early. Wow. I mean, he only raced like 7 laps and he was wrecked out, so he finishes in 24th. Brett Pancari 25th, and Michael D'Amico rounds out the field in 26th. So congratulations again to our winner here, Ben Nelson. And we've got to give a shout out here to a few of our sponsors jumping on board this season. Well, every season, I should say. iBog, we want to thank Jason Allison for all the overlay work that he does here. So if you're looking for overlays, you can look him up. He is the master at these overlays, I'm telling you. I always want to click on that one. I got to get rid of that one. Ohio IndyCar League, they are official sponsor of MaxSpeedTV. So thank you to them. They have an awesome IndyCar league. You can look them up. And it's not just Ohio racers. They collect them from all over. So great IndyCar league. Sim Speed Shop, official sponsor here. Checked out all the sim racing needs that you have. Check them out there at simspeedshop.com. Jumping on board this season as well, the Hershey Design Company. You can look them up on Facebook at HERSHY, Hershey Design. They do car paints, logos, posters, all kinds of stuff. So look them up, folks, on Facebook. Also, last but not least, Colby Eye Paints. Some of the fantastic paint jobs that you'll see on the cars is painted by Colby Eye Paints. I've followed him for a long time now, and he is constantly always painting new cars and stuff and having them on Facebook. So if you're looking for a good paint job or a logo or something made like that, look up Colby Eye Paints at facebook.com/Colby Eye Paints. All right, folks. Well, that'll wrap up tonight. Thank you for watching. Appreciate it. Bobby, I appreciate it again. You showing up here and helping out. It's been very awesome to have you in the booth, man. That's really cool.
Thanks for having me. Hope we'll do it again sometime.
Heck yeah, man. All right, folks. Well, have a good night and stay safe.